when people bring this up, right, if race doesn't matter, it wouldn't be asked on any government forms, right? And we wouldn't be having this conversation.
Sure.
So it does matter. And because it matters, when asked what I am, I say I'm black. Because being black isn't just being African, right? All black people in America are likely mixed with something that is not just African.
Especially this day and age.
Especially this day and age. So what are we actually talking about? We're actually talking about how you get treated in society, right? So I get treated like a black man. I was called nigger early in life, 5th grade. Wait for it. By a Mexican kid who I used to beat his ass. And then his father, right, wouldn't come meet my dad at school because my dad was very much like, yo, I want to meet this boy's parent. Not because he called you nigger, but because you've beat him up 3 consecutive days. And the school is calling me, right?
Yeah.
And I want this kid or his parents to know, like, why is this kid continuing to do this? That boy's parent never wanted to come meet my father. Now, so obviously, that boy's parent was okay with him calling me nigger.
Sure, probably taught him. Probably
taught him. That was my first experience with it.
Now, did you have...
And by the way, and this was at a school in Berkeley, California, wait for it, called Thousand Oaks Elementary.
What?
Wait for it. I went to school with Orthodox Jews, Rastafarian kids, Hare Krishna kids in garb. Like, it was the most mixed. This is, if you know anything about Berkeley, California, it is, and this is, by the way, 1980. The most mixed environment you'll ever be in. And a Mexican kid is calling me nigger.
What's the odds of that?
That's how crazy. So that was like the beginnings of me. Then I had El Camino High School, dealt with race, people. I was an athlete, played football. All the black kids at the school was athletes. The skinheads and the rednecks. And we had race fights and wars at the school, like all types of shit. So I don't even know what would it mean for when people ask me that. I'm always like, what does that mean? I identify on my white side. Like, my mom's Jewish, so I've done Passover and Hanukkah. My daughter.
That. Now, if you get married, will you wrap that champagne glass in and step on it?
While we're jumping over the broom. We'll do it all at the same damn time.
Okay. No, the reason why I say that for is because it's like, when you're mixed, I think people have a race identity. What am I going to, like,
I said all that mostly to say that your race identity, whether you like, not your culture, not your nationality, those are different. And I think a lot of times people confuse that, right? Your race, right? The reason it's important in America is because our government continues to have you check a box. It doesn't ask you your culture. It asks your race.
Sure.
Right? And so while they're deciding how to prioritize money in this country when they ask you to check that box. They want to know who's what. And I believe that lets them decide who they're going to allow to immigrate more or less to this country. Right?
Giving them the information that they need.
Giving them the information that they need so they can maintain a society that they want with the complexion that they want it to have. And so identifying with being white or being black really comes down to how the police are going to treat you when they pull you over. My name is Ibrahim Jamil. That's my government birth name. An Arabic name. Yep. I have an Arabic name with a Jewish mom, and my father was a Panther.
Really?
Yeah.
You had a close relationship with Pops?
Yeah.
For a long time?
Yeah.
Now, I always ask this because, when you grow up with a Pops, it does a lot for you. Well, Pops, lovable with you?
Oh, yeah,
you
I love you, like
really?
annoyingly.
That's beautiful.
Like the type of dad wouldn't let you get off the phone without being like, yo, son, tell me you love me. I'll be like, Dad, come on. Yo, tell me you love me.
That's dope because now some people, usually people change the way their parents were to be better parents to their kids. Like, they're like, yo, I'm not going to be like my parents. You had a good parent.
Say that. My dad was a 3-time felon.
Okay.
He had violent tendencies. He was in and out of jail.
But he loved you.
He loved me. I did get whoopings with a belt. I don't think I would do that. Now, I don't know how I would respond to my son. I have a daughter who absolutely I'm not putting my hands on.
Sure.
But my son, I'm glad I had a daughter first because it's teaching me patience. And boys are fragile emotionally. Like, I don't think socially we're taught, don't cry, you be a boy, stop being a little bitch, stop being a pussy, da-da-da. But I think boys are so fragile emotionally because we're not taught how to deal with our emotions. So too many men deal with their emotions by being physical, just wanting to fight through it. Which you see little boys kind of sometimes naturally gravitate to that more than girls, and it's seen as okay. I think that I would try to help my son navigate through that a little bit.
Yeah, I have a daughter. She's 17. It's tough. It's like a roller coaster. And it's funny, I never laid a hand on her ever. I dropped gems on her, I dropped jewels on her, I explained it. But my son's only 2. He was doing something the other day. I was ready to like swing him for a second, like just like grab his arm and throw him on the couch hard, like because he wasn't listening to me. And I'm like, damn, man, you could tell like when you have a kid, like say your son's like 15 and he said something that my daughter says to me, you may punch him in his chest or be
because I think if I had a teenage boy, it would definitely there would be certain things that I would have to tell him, check this out. Yeah. You start breathing too hard, we're going outside, we're about to throw these hands. Tell you right now.
Yeah. Yeah, no nastiness. Because
don't swell up like you want action. Because especially once you turn 12, 13.
They test you a lot.
Because that was my dad. My dad stopped hitting me with the belt at a certain age. He was like, yo, you don't take that bass out your voice right now, I'm going to knock it the fuck out you.
Pops was thorough with you.